Hello, my dear friends of class 6. Welcome to my channel Anamika's Edu Space. In this video, we will study about the chapter 2 of class 6, that is food. Okay, and in this video, we will study about different sources of food, the components of food, and about the factors that are responsible for poor health. So, let's begin. And the first thing we will study, that is the sources of food. Okay, so all living organisms get their food either from plants or from animals or from their products. Okay, now the food we obtain from plants are mainly the fruits, the leafy vegetables and all. So the fruits, the green leafy vegetables, oils and mustard oil, sunflower oil, and spices like the cumin seed, chili powder, cereal grains like rice, wheat, pulses like green gram, that is the moong dal, and the gram, that is the chana dal, etc. We all get from the plants. Okay, now there are some foods we obtain from animals like milk. Okay, so milk is a complete food. Milk giving animals are known as milch animals. Okay, for example, cows and buffaloes are the two important milch animals. Now other milch animals are goats and camels. Okay, they also provide milk to us. Now coming to the eggs, that is the most important thing that is derived from the animals. Now poultry birds like the hen, duck lays eggs, and the eggs are also a good source of protein. Now coming to meat, we obtain meat from fish, goat, chicken, sheep, pig, and meat are also important source of protein. Now coming to the food and its components. So let's see what are the foods and its components. So mainly food is divided into three main components: bodybuilding food, energy giving food, and protective foods. Okay, so what are bodybuilding food? Proteins are the bodybuilding food, energy giving food are the carbohydrates, and vitamins are the protective food. Now carbohydrates are the energy giving food because they provides us energy. For example, the potatoes, the oats, the flour, the bread, and the banana and some fruits, they provide us energy, and some nuts. Okay, we always often have some nuts to get energy. So energy are provided by the carbohydrates. Okay, now coming to the proteins, that is the bodybuilding food. Proteins are those food that builds our muscles like the cheese, the fish, the meat, the nuts, and these are the almonds we get, the eggs. Okay, the nuts, the meat, and the pulses that provides our body the energy, or that uh, particular thing by which it helps the body to build up the muscles in our body. Okay, so these are known as protein, or these are all the proteinaceous foods that are included in our diet like the egg, fish, meat, etc. Okay, now coming to the protective foods, that is the vitamins or minerals which protects our body from diseases. So what are these? These are the fruits and the green leafy vegetables like the tomatoes, the capsicum, the lettuce finger, the cauliflower, the cabbage, broccoli, and many more you can see in this picture. So these are all the vitamins and minerals. Now coming to the next part, that is the fats. So fats are also important. The fats are mainly those type of food which provides calorie to our body and makes our body much healthy, but only a adequate amount of fat should be obtained in our body. Now the example of fats are different types of oil we obtain from different sources, like this is a mustard oil, then the fish liver oil, there is a picture of fish because we obtained a cod liver oil generally from sharks. And there are nuts, we obtain also obtain oil from nuts, like we say the badam oil, so that is obtained from different types of nuts. Okay, now this was all about the fats, carbohydrates, proteins, and vitamins, and I hope it is clear that what are carbohydrates, what are proteins, what are vitamins, and what are fats, which type of food are included in carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, and fats. I hope it is clear to you all. Now moving to the next part. So here we will study about vitamins and minerals, about the different types of vitamins. So let's see, there are mainly 6 types of vitamins. So the first is vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K. Now vitamin B is a complex vitamin, that's why it is known as vitamin B complex. Okay, generally when we visit a medicine store, everyone says that vitamin B complex tablet. Okay, that's why vitamin B is called B complex, because it is a complex vitamin. Okay, now coming to the next part, that is vitamin, their sources and functions. In the next part we'll study about the sources of vitamins, that is where from we obtain vitamin. Here we can see a picture showing clearly where from we obtain vitamin B. From vitamin A, vitamin C we can obtain from these vegetables. We can obtain vitamin B from nuts, from pulses, from meats, from bread or grain, from fish. Okay, so from this picture it is clear that we can obtain vitamins and minerals from different food sources. Okay, now coming to the next. So, vitamin A is obtained from oil, fish, and liver oil of the fish, from egg, milk, butter, and carrots. It functions and it is essential for eye and lungs. And what are the deficiency diseases of vitamin A? That is, if we don't have vitamin A in adequate amount, in proper amount in our diet, then we can have the disease that is known as night blindness. That is, in night we will not able to see clearly. Okay, now coming to D, that is vitamin D. So vitamin D we obtain from animal fat. Animal fat is generally the meat or the flesh of the animal which we obtain in our daily diet. Now from we obtain vitamin D from milk, ghee, butter, and also from the sunlight. Okay, so this is very important. We obtain vitamin D from sunlight. Now functions are bones and teeth formation, and it forms rickets. Okay, so you can easily find the picture of rickets in your book. Now the next vitamin is vitamin E. So what are the sources of vitamin E? Vegetable, milk, egg, yolk, and vegetable oils, and it functions in building the gonads or the sex glands of your body. Okay, now it helps in the now deficiency is during the it occurs the sterility, that is it is in the reproductive function. It is hinders in the reproductive function. Okay, now coming to vitamin K. Vitamin K is obtained from liver, spinach, that is the green leafy vegetable we obtain, that is the shark we often tell. So that one, cauliflower, then green tomatoes. Vitamin K functions in blood clotting, that is whenever we have a wound, then a more amount of blood flows through it, so it helps in blood clotting. And the deficiency, if there is absence of different vitamin K, then there will be blood loss in our body, which is known as hemorrhage. Okay, now coming to vitamin B1, B2, B4, that is the vitamin B complex. That is one why it is known as B1, B2, B4, because vitamin B has many branches in it. So vitamin B1 is obtained from cereals, wheat, carrot, milk, and it functions in the nervous system. And the deficiency disease is beriberi. Vitamin B2 is obtained from cereals, milk, egg, liver, and it functions for eyes, skin, blood. And deficiency disease is slow growth, that is the growth will be very slow down, and you will have a sore eyes, that is your eyes will become fluffy. Okay, now coming to vitamin B4, which we obtain from meat, fish, cereals, peanuts, etc., and it is essential for gum and tongue, that is for our teeth and for our tongue. It is very important. Now inflammation of tongue and lateral margins of the tongues and the gums become swollen, that is the diseases in the teeth and the tongue occurs. Now coming to the last vitamin, that is the vitamin C, which is obtained from lemon, grapes, tomatoes, oranges, apples, and vegetables, and it functions in gums and wound healing. Okay, so it helps in the function of the teeth and also in the wound healing. And if vitamin C is absent, then a disease occurs, that is known as scurvy. So this was all about the vitamins, its sources, its functions, and the deficiency diseases. I hope it is clear. Now coming to the next part, and the next part we will study about the minerals, their sources and functions. So where do we obtain minerals? We obtain there are four types of mainly minerals, that is the calcium, the phosphorus, the iron and the iodine. The calcium is very important for our teeth, for our healthy bones, and it is obtained by eating green leafy vegetables and also the milk and its dairy products. Okay, so we obtain calcium mainly from milk. Now coming to phosphorus. So phosphorus is very important for the growth of our bones and teeth, and we obtain phosphorus from milk, cereals, that is the grains, that is rice, wheat, etc., and the pulses, that is the various types of moong dal, masoor dal, arhar dal, each and everything that is the contained in the pulses, and the fish and meat. Okay, now coming to the next part, that is iron. So iron helps in the formation of hemoglobin. Now what is hemoglobin? Hemoglobin is the red pigment present in the blood. It is a type of protein. Hemoglobin is the name of the protein that is present in blood, due to which our blood becomes red in color. Okay, so the red color of the blood is due to the presence of the protein that is known as hemoglobin. Now the iron present in the blood helps in the formation of hemoglobin, and if iron is not present, then it causes anemia. Okay, so this is a deficiency disease of iron. Now where from we obtain iron? By eating green vegetables, nuts and jaggery. Jaggery means good. Now coming to iodine. So what is iodine? Mainly we obtain iodine from the table salt, or we use while eating our food, or to we add salt while cooking to make our food tasty. Now these are also obtained from, that is iodine is also obtained from fruits, vegetables, seafood, etc., because seafood contains a lot of amount of salt, the fishes contains a lot of amount of salt in it. Now the functions are proper functioning of thyroid glands is deficiency causes goiter. Goiter means a short throat, your throat will become large one, so that is a disease of iodine. Okay, now coming to the next part, that is the mineral deficiency. Now iron causes, if deficiency of iron I said, that is anemia. It causes anemia. Now the deficiency of iodine causes goiter, and deficiency of calcium causes bone and tooth decay. That is, if there will be weak bones, there will be tooth decay. And what do you mean by goiter? Goiter means the glands in the neck appear swollen, and mental disability in children occurs. And anemia means you will feel very weak in your body, you will feel weakness, there will be very less amount of energy present in your body, there will be less amount of blood present in your body, and you will feel very weakness. Okay, now coming to the next part. So next part we will study about water and about roughage, which are very important in our balanced diet. We should have adequate amount of water, because 70% of our body weight contains water, and water is very essential for many vital processes in our body. It is very important for our daily diet. We should have 6 to 7 glasses or 7 to 8 glasses of water per day in our diet. Okay, now roughage. What are roughage? Roughage are the cellulosic fiberic material, okay, that are contained in the green leafy vegetables, fruits and grains, which our body cannot digest, and these things are very important for our bowel. Okay, for these are very important. These helps our body to clean up and excrete all the material from our body through the process of excretion. So roughage is very important. Now coming to the next part, that is balanced diet. Now what do you mean by balanced diet? The term diet refers to the food eaten by the human beings. A balanced diet consists of all the nutrients which are important for proper growth and development of the body. Now what do you understand by this? What a diet? So a diet is the amount of food we take one for one day or one meal. So one meal or one day's meal should contain the adequate amount of carbohydrates, adequate amount of protein, that is the proper amount of protein, proper amount of carbohydrate, proper amount of vitamins and minerals, proper amount of fats, and proper amount of water and roughage. It should not have excess of each of these things, like it should not have excess of carbohydrates, nor proteins, nor vitamins and minerals, nor excess fats, or nor excess water water or roughage. Okay, so that is the term refer to the balanced diet. That is, the term diet refers to the food eaten by the human beings, what we eat a day in a day. Okay, now a balanced diet consists of all the nutrients which are important for proper growth and development of the body. So if you are having carbohydrates and you are not having fats, then that is very bad. That will not be considered as a balanced diet. Okay, now coming to the next part. So next part we will study about some poor health or some diseases. So let's see, we will study about malnutrition, and the two main diseases are malnutrition and obesity. So what is malnutrition? Malnutrition occurs due to the deficiency of proteins and carbohydrates. Okay, so malnutrition occurs because there is lack of protein, lack of carbohydrate, and lack of fats in a body of a children. Now there are two main type of malnutrition, that is protein energy malnutrition, which is known as PEM, where there is no protein less, and that protein is functioning in the energy, that is energy giving protein is less in the body. And protein calorie malnutrition, that is energy, what gives us give energy in our body? The carbohydrates gives energy in our body. Now what is calorie are the fat. So protein energy malnutrition means that is the carbohydrate and the protein is less in our body, and protein calorie malnutrition means that is the protein and the fats are less in our body. Now there occurs in the malnutrition two types of disease. One is kwashiorkor and one is marasmus. Okay, so kwashiorkor is due to the deficiency of protein, and in this the body becomes like this, the stomach becomes swollen, and these type of diseases are mainly seen in the children of very poor families, those who does not get the adequate amount of proteins in their broad body, and those who does not get the milk, okay, mother's milk, they does not get the proper milk during their birth. So these are known as kwashiorkor, and this is known as marasmus. So marasmus is an extremely severe type of nutrition disorder, and in which there is significant wanting of fats in the muscles and tissues. Marasmus is caused due to the deficiency of protein, deficiency of carbohydrates, and deficiency of fats in the nutrient, that is the child is not having adequate amount of the nutrients in their food. Now coming to obesity. Now what is obesity? Obesity is extreme fatty condition that occurs due to improper eating habits. Okay, now the children who always frequently eat, that is the fried food, potatoes, and each and everything, many much amount of calorie giving food, that is much amount of fats, they get it bad with the bad and improper eating habit, by which their body gets extra calories and they become obese. Okay, they become very fat. So this was the end of the video. Now if you like my video, then please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and click here, and here you can find my channel, and here from you can subscribe. And here are the two videos. You can see this is the previous video of the chapter 1, here you can find out, and this is the next video you can find out for the next chapter. So till then, goodbye, and let's meet tomorrow in the next video.